What's the crack, lads? Welcome back to the channel. What is coming tomorrow? We're about to find out. We know that v4.2.1 is coming, right? So this is going to be a new patch. How big this is going to be, I don't know. Will this actually be setting the table for v4.3? Or are they just going to do v4.2.1, v4.2.2? I don't know. Now, obviously, we kind of glossed over this in this video, and we're not going to go into too much detail on this because I actually have a full video breakdown of, Strike Arena, what could come in v4.2.1, or what's going to be introduced in v4.2.1, such as new players based around Strike Arena. Maybe that is going to be the next campaign. And listen, boys, I hope I'm really surprised tomorrow when I log into the game and we're streaming tomorrow that we do have with v4.2.1. Maybe they're just using this as a stopgap to introduce the new event because, Strike Arena seems to be going to be added as a new event, like Co-op was added. That's how they added it around this time last year, right? We're a month behind schedule, but that's how they added it, okay? But for that, we will have that video there. We do know what kind of player of the weeks that we're going to be getting. So they did tweet out this here, as you see there. And it looks like we already know kind of what the players are going to be there, right? Now, for me, lads, this is kind of where I'm at with it, right? Before we kind of talk about other stuff and other club packs and stuff coming, right? Because we know that the campaign for the festive season is over as well. And that was kind of extended a little bit because of the holidays and stuff, right? Rafinha and Kubo are going to be coming. Looks like they'll have whole player and flip-flop as their playing style and the player skill, right? That's not really something that is going to impress me too much at this stage in the game cycle, because I've got about 50 players that are better than Rafinha and Kubo. Not saying that Rafinha can't score a hat-trick a game for you, he can beast for you, but I'm just saying that, like, there's still only cards at the end of the game, So for me, yeah, it's going to be a difficult one, I think, tomorrow if they don't even set the table. But my question is, right, if they're able to tweet out, you know what I mean? If they're able to take the time to tweet out this tweet here, right, where they talk about, the player of the weeks, okay? Why not just put out a cheeky little tweet just to basically say, listen, this is what's coming tomorrow in v4.2.1. We're introducing Strike Arena, or we're not introducing Strike Arena till next week. You know what I'm saying to you? I just don't get why there isn't that communication to say, listen, because we're going to have to log in now tomorrow to see what is changed, which is fine. But I just feel at this stage, man, the events and the content and the card rehash can only last so much longer. I think it's coming to the kind of like next step needed now type of phase that eFootball 23 was at before they introduced a lot of the stuff in eFootball 2024. Now, speaking of that, we do know that we are going to be getting a new campaign. Whether it will start tomorrow, this one's over in 14 hours, which is tomorrow. Whether it'll start tomorrow or whether there'll be a week and they'll introduce it with v4.3, who knows? I think it would be very strange for them to introduce Strike Arena tomorrow, but I also could see them doing it because we already have all the players in the database for the Strike Arena, right? Also, they have started to introduce pretty much on schedule now brand new managers and brand new packs, right? So they had the right card pack in here. The rumor has been for a while to update the Manchester United pack. So if you look here, right, they have a Netherlands one, they have Rijkaard, Lampard, they have AC Milan, and then of course they do have Barcelona as well, and Arsenal. The only team there that is kind of their big kind of like partner is Bayern Munich and Manchester United. And I would say that Manchester United are even more of a omission here because obviously we haven't got a Manchester United pack for a long time. So we could get a new Ruben Amorim Manchester United pack for the 2024-25 season. Maybe they'll wait till after January, which could push it into next week. But I think that we will definitely get a Manchester United pack. I said to you a couple of weeks ago with the live stream that there was rumors of a Diallo card. They put up a trailer about it, if you guys remember that. There was also rumors of a big-time Garnacho card, which never seemed to come into fruition. So maybe they held that back to actually, when the manager situation was going on with Ten Hag and stuff. Maybe they held that back for a couple of weeks, or maybe they held it back because United might actually be getting rid of a few players. If Marcus Rashford is being transferred away, as is rumoured, there's a couple of other players. Garnacho might actually be transferred away as well. Napoli are speaking to him, I think. So yeah, that could be potentially why they haven't brought this in terms of the other squads, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just something to think about as well. And then of course we also have, on top of that, we have the new collaboration that never really began, which was Volume 2 of the Captain Tsubasa. So these three players were pretty much in the database, and they have been in the database in the game files for months, and they have never come out. So maybe that has been held back as well. I don't know. But all I do know is that with the stuff that we have in here, they introduced the gallery and they introduced all the puzzle pieces and all that. and the match pass and the gallery and all that for rewards, right? But they actually haven't introduced another thing with that in ages. So while we do know we are going to be getting new objectives, right, there's nothing else really ending apart from like these packs here that you see, which is the player of the weeks. You know, there's nothing really there. Like obviously the aerial fort is going to be gone. They're starting to drop double showtime now and the player of the week. But the rest of the packs that you see here are going to be pushed on till next week, including this one here, the European Club Special. So this seems to be over as well, but the rest of them are going to be for another few days. So yeah, let's see tomorrow what the crack is, lads. As I said, if you guys want to check out a more in-depth video where I talk about v4.2.1 and the future, so merging into v4.3 and what could come tomorrow, that video is there for you. But let me know what you guys think. Where are you at with the game at the moment? I mean, for me, boys, I'll be honest. You guys watch me stream. You guys watch me, and I'm very, very vocal and very, open about like my thoughts with the game. I don't even think the gameplay at the moment is. I think the gameplay at the moment, when you play the game for where it is, with your long ball counter, and you play the game as the game wants you to play. Yes, you can play possession. Yes, you can play out wide. Yes, you can play long ball. Yes, you can play long ball counter and quick counter. But quick counter and long ball quick counter are two of the most popular at the moment, and two of the most like easy to use streamlined styles of play. You know, because the gameplay rewards centralized play, defensively deep, and very aggressive when you lose the ball, right? But I think that the gameplay is not even the biggest issue at the moment, even with all the gameplay issues that there is there. I think it's the content loop. You know, that it's every Thursday, it's like a couple of player of the week cards and a couple of events that you can clear. When you have those events cleared, there is really nothing to play for unless you're pushing into Division 1. If you get into Division 1, right, you don't really get any rewards for getting to Division 1 consecutively. You know, only a badge that has kind of lost its luster as well. So while I don't think, even if we were to ignore, right, which is a huge ask, but even if we were to ignore the lack of modes, Master League, Edit Mode, or no news on that, I do feel at this stage, man, that, like, yeah, the content loop needs to change a little bit. But let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you in a bit. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the live stream tomorrow.